Hi guys, Vechs here, and welcome back to Let's Understand Factorio. Okay, so, if you're like me, Factorio seems intimidating and complicated, and hopefully you're tuning in to join me on my journey of understanding this game and just not being intimidated by it anymore. Alright, so the first thing we gotta do is I think you get wood, right? Isn't that what you do in like all these games? This is a survival game. Like, night's coming, there may be enemies. I should probably chop some wood. I don't think I need that much, right? Probably not that much. In fact, wood kind of just gets in the way. So let's take a look at the map here. Okay, so I'll be using... well, I don't want to drop buzzwords. I was going to say I'll be using main bus, but that's jargon. So how can I explain it to viewers without confusing them and making them feel intimidated, like I felt? I want to set up my base in a long, uninterrupted line. Yeah, so I need water to not be in the way. So I just want to go... Yeah, I just want my base to be in a long, uninterrupted line out into the distance. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to put myself in my own shoes like years ago when Factorio first came out and I didn't understand anything. Because if I say I'm going to set up a main bus, then you'd be like... Then I would have been like, I don't know what that is. I don't know much about a main bus, and then my mom put some games on it, and, you know, that kind of thing. Oh man, it is dark, but it looks like there aren't any enemies around here, so that's good. So hopefully I'll be safe-ish. Safe-ish. I really like the large desert. This is a cool seed. And I'll definitely have to make... Can I grab that? Yep. Okay. So here's something you may not know. In the water, you will sometimes see these shadows swimming around in the water, and I guess I'll go ahead and make myself... I have some starting iron here, and I think it's probably important to just go ahead and make some pickaxes. But, can I get close enough to grab this dude? There's one there. So you can grab the fish out of the water in Factorio, and I didn't know this until like a week ago. I never really paid attention to it. So the raw fish, it deals damage to you. It deals negative. It heals you. It deals negative damage. It heals you. So the first thing I want to do is set up my base near iron, copper, and coal, the basic resources. And there's some right all around here in a little cluster. So that's probably pretty good. And then if I'm not happy with the initial setup, I can tear it down and move on later. I really like all those little pink squares right there on the map. Those are oil patches, and I know that that'll be really helpful late game. Because in the world that I showed you in episode 0, I had some difficulty with oil. I had to roam very far from my starting position to access it. So I think the first thing I need is I want to make some more burner mining drills. I'd like to maybe make 6 to 8 of them. And the reason I want to do that is... Let's see here. Well, first, while I talk, I guess I'll just idly mine iron. So basically, it's just a machine that you put fuel into it, and it'll spit out ore. And the cool thing you can do is a little trick that I see everybody doing is you put them on coal and make them face each other, and these drills spit coal out into each other. So let's see. I want to go ahead and put down a... It starts me with these here. I guess I'll put the fish over here. I'm not going to use that for a while. So I'll put that down there. And I'll put down the stone furnace here. And so you can see the arrow outputs, this little yellow arrow outputs into the stone furnace. So we'll put in some fuel in the furnace, and we'll put in some fuel into the drill. We'll use the wood as fuel. And now the drill is mining the iron ore it's sitting on, and when it's... I'll go ahead and pick this up just to show this off. So the output's right there, so when it spits it out, yeah, you see that? How it spat it out on the ground? But if there's an object there, it'll try to put it inside the object, so it's actually putting it inside the furnace. And I'll put go ahead and put that in there. And so now this little thing here is, look at those awesome graphics. Factorio doesn't look that great when you zoom in all the way, but from like right here, right, you know, that distance, I think the game looks decent, you know. Kind of, it's got that old nostalgic vibe, like maybe like Diablo 2 or something. Those kind of graphics, sprite graphics, or the Baldur's Gate games, you know. But yeah. Alright, so if I hold down Control and left-click that, it automatically gets the stuff out of it for me. Otherwise, I'd have to just click on that and then shift-click that, maybe. Or if I left-click it, it just picks it up like that. So yeah. Alright, so we got that sorted. Now, I need more fuel, and so I can go over here and mine coal. But sitting here, holding down right-click on the coal pile is for chumps. The trick to this game, and this is a stumbling block that I wrestled with for a while, is I'd often be too complacent, I guess. And like, oh, I can just make this myself. Well, yeah, you can, but like I can just sit here and mine coal myself, alright? I don't need a miner to do it for me. Except that to get anywhere in this game, you need lots of materials, so you need to let the machines take over and do the work for you. And that's something that was true for me, like later in the game. You'll recall in episode 0, I was talking about how I would manually make... I was basically manually crafting a bunch of high-end items that I really needed to be using factories for. And I wasn't. So... let's see. Alright, so now we got some decent amount of iron plate here. I can make a chest, I can make a wooden chest. Transport belts that move stuff around. These inserters that pick something from somewhere and put them somewhere else. Pipes for liquid, electric poles. I don't know nothing about electricity, that's too advanced for me. I don't know nothing about that steam engine. I don't know. Let's stick with the basics on episode 1, I guess. Alright, so anyway. The important thing is I need more of these mining drills to help me get ore out of the ground faster than just me hitting them. So what do I need? Total raw. I need stone. Let's go mine some stone, because it's telling me that's what I need. So hustle up over here, and here's some stone. It's gray, whereas the iron is more metallic gray. Shiny, I guess. I guess the iron, I could describe that as a cool gray. A cool metallic gray, whereas the stone is a warm tone gray. Yeah. Alright. Cool, so we have some stone, so let's make... oh, we can make 2 of these. So basically, as I click this, if you look down here in the bottom left, you'll see the crafting queue, and it automatically makes... the burner mining drill requires 3 iron gears, a stone furnace, and 3 iron plates. But you'll notice that it made those intermediate items for me out of the raw materials. So it made that stone furnace for me. So I've got my mining drills, and I'll probably need some more stone to make more of them. So, okay. So as you see, like that outputs to that yellow arrow there. So I'm going to go get some wood here off this fallen log. And I'd like to make a little wooden chest. And I'm going to put the wooden chest in the stone pile here. And then I'm going to take these burner mining drills and make them point. So let's into the chest. So that'll output directly into the chest. And then I can rotate with R. like that, and let's put that one there. And then they need some fuel. Oh dear. Well, we'll put one log in each of them and see what that gets us. Probably not very much. You can see the fuel being drained down as it burns up, and then the progress for each piece of stone it's putting out. Yeah, that didn't last very long, did it? It got me 8 pieces of stone. Okay, so let's find something else to throw into the... Oh, hey, I'm holding coal. Alright, well, let's split up our coal then and stick it in here. What do you think is better fuel? Do you think wood is better, or do you think coal is better? Let's mine a piece of coal and mine a piece of wood, I guess. We're doing science, and we're going to learn about the game. Okay, let's see. Fuel value, 4 megajoules, and then 8 megajoules. Okay, so coal must burn twice as long as wood, and energy consumption, 300 kilowatts. Okay, so we know how much that takes to operate, and then we know how much energy the coal gives off, so yeah. I don't know how to convert kilowatts into megajoules, but I'm sure somebody who knows is out there in the comments, and it'll explain it for all of us. But yeah, you can tell an approximation of how much energy something gives off. Now, thankfully, like the steam engine here, the maximum power output's 510 kilowatts. That's a lot more easier to see. It's like a steam engine could run quite a few of these electric mining drills, but I don't have that technology yet. And it looks like that's out of fuel. So I'm going pretty slow, but that's kind of intentional. We'll go ahead and take the iron plate out of the furnace. Oh, I've got 50 now. Let's keep making these for now. And let's go get some of the stone that I'm sure is building up over here. So while I was talking, this stuff is just building. Oh, look at that. I got 75 stone. I didn't have to mine it. So that's the name of the game here. Now the issue I'm having is fuel. I keep having to go grab fuel and put it in these things. This is so inconvenient. Well, alright. Let's just build more of these. I got a plan. You guys will like this. So this will be the last piece of fuel I'm going to have to personally mine, I think. So we're going to go over to this coal pile. Alright. So this is really cool. This is a trick everybody uses. This is like the basic Factorio life hack. Alright. So you take this, and this is a mining drill. Alright, so that's gonna... If I put fuel in this, it's gonna mine coal, and then the coal is gonna be spat out into that yellow arrow. And so I'm gonna take another one. I'm gonna turn it that way and make it face down, put that there. I'm going to take a third one and make it face that way and put that there. I'm going to take this one and put this and put that there. So basically it's a big circled formation. Yes, a big circle formation of mining drills. So I'm going to take just one piece of wood. So I just put one log in this. So it's going to output the piece of coal into this one. And as soon as this one mines coal, it's going to be outputted into this one. And as soon as this one mines coal, it's going to... So basically, they all feed each other. So I'm going to let that run for another cycle, I guess. Let's let it output one more thing. Cool. So what happens if I control-click this? There's 5 pieces of coal in the input hopper. If I control-click, it takes them out. It looks like one was deposited there as I was talking. Yeah, they're constantly coming in. So I can just control-click these now and take what's in their hoppers. And even if I take all the fuel, there's still like the partial fuel, and the odds of like one, all it takes is one of them to spit out a piece of coal. Like that one just ran out of fuel, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna try to like stall this system. I don't know if you can, especially if they started staggered. Like, I'm just constantly taking the coal out, but... Yeah. I mean, maybe you could if the stars aligned, right? They'd all have to run out of fuel at the exact same time. But yeah, so I've got over a stack of coal now that quickly, and I can go to this thing and just throw that in there, and go to this thing and throw that in there. Well, that's still burning up the wood. You know what? You can burn up the wood. And yeah, so now I can keep making stuff. So what's my... Oh, looks like I'm missing iron again. So let's expand the iron production. I'll put that there. Put another one here. And it looks like I need 2 more of these furnaces. Cool. Alright. So let's put some coal in that. And put some coal in that. And if you right click, it splits the stack in half. And that's just going to tie these guys over until I go grab some more coal out of this formation of guys here. Look at that. We have over a stack of coal all over again. Now, where's the copper? Oh, it's right up here. So I'll do the exact same thing with the copper. I'll go refresh my stone mining guys here. I'll put plenty of coal in these. I probably don't need that much more stone for a while, because I have enough to make 17 furnaces, and I'm not going to make 17 stone furnaces. Nope, missing the iron. But thankfully, I've got 3 of these spitting out iron now. So as you can see, I'll make, I guess, 3 of those, and then 1, 2, 3 of those. Now, had I clicked on the stone furnace first, and then clicked the burner mining drills, because this requires stone furnace as an ingredient, it would have just eaten the stone furnaces that I made. So, alright, let's go ahead and put down 3 of those. 2, 3. And gas them up. Even though they don't actually take petroleum. And I need to go get more coal. And I'll put some coal in here. You know what? Here, you can have the rest of it. So now we've got copper. Alright, we've got stone, iron plates, and copper plates, and we have a source of coal. And you could actually expand this if you wanted to. Just make like 8 of them if you really need to. I find 4. I used to just do 2. I used to just have two of these drills just facing each other, and that works. But you can see I'm still running out of coal with 4, so maybe 6. I don't know. 4 gets you by. You don't really stay in this tier of technology overly long. So you just babysit your furnaces for a few more minutes of gameplay, and then you're ready to start moving on. If you wanted to, you could make... I guess we'll make 1 of these. Well, let's make... If I right-click, it'll make 5. So let's right-click twice and make some of those, and then right-click here. So if I put down these transport belts, like here, and if I put down a burner inserter, yeah, it runs out of fuel. So if I put a piece of coal in there, how long is that going to last? Quite a while. I don't know if people actually bother with burner inserters. I typically don't. But as you can see, it just takes these items and puts them on this transport belt. And you can belt them away, and then you could make another burner inserter and have them... So if you're going to leave, and I'll throw some coal in there. So that's basically a little automated system here. It'll last as long as the fuel holds out. But you could have coal coming in, and then inserters putting the coal into the things. The issue is I don't know if there's a really efficient way to get coal back into the burner inserters, and They're pretty wasteful, I think. Honestly, I've never actually seen them before in the game. I've seen them in the menu here, but this is the first. I think this is actually the first time I've ever made these. That's about how rarely I use these things. But you can see a basic little supply line. They get put out onto the belt and they travel down. And this one, you can see the yellow arrow indicates where they get put to, and then the little bar is where they get picked up from. And then they're just getting piled up in this chest here. And I'll just take out the chest like that. Yeah, but overall, I don't think they're very useful, and I think everybody just skips them. So anyway, that is the basic lowest level of technology in Factorio. You can see I've got some burner mining drills feeding into basic furnaces, and I've got some stone ones over here feeding into a chest. And the same thing over here with the copper, and then I've got these burner mining drills all feeding each other in a circled formation. Yeah, over here. And so that supplies a decent amount of coal to get all my stuff going here. I'll just throw that in there, and then throw that in there, and then that in there, and off we go. And I'll just refill these, I guess. So the issue is that you would, the stone furnace would eventually fill up, like the output hopper would be full, and I think it's like, it holds 50, I think. I think it'll hold 50, maybe. Or maybe it'll hold a stack of 100, I'm not actually sure. But either way, I'm going to right click to pick this up, and I'm going to right click to, I'm just going to right click and run, while holding the right click to pick all this up. I'm probably going to throw these burner inserters in a box and forget about them. Let's gas these guys up. So anyway, that's it for episode 1. That is the very basics of a starting economy in Factorio as I understand it. This is an LP. This is not really it's an LP, but it's a Let's Understand. So I want to understand Factorio better and get better at it. And I'd like people who are intimidated by the game to join me and also learn with me. We will get to a point in the game where I'm unfamiliar with it, like say example trains, and you'll get to watch me experiment and learn right in front of you, and hopefully you'll join me for that as well. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Please, if you have any tips for me, leave them in the comments. I'll be really excited to see if you have any like hacks or life hacks or anything as far as Factorio, like for example the burners over here feeding each other the coal, you know. Somebody not knowing that's such a nice little thing that makes the game so much easier. You know, and if you didn't know that, I don't know what you'd be doing. Like maybe you'd be babysitting the stupid coal drills all the time. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys on episode 2, where maybe we will get some electric steam generation as a steam engine set up. Until then, as always, take it easy.